Hare Krishna, Sandhya Mataji, Madhur Mataji, Murlidhar Prabhu, Raj Prabhu, Dandavanath, our Lord Srila Prabhupada, Guru.
Hare Krishna.
Start. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Vajnanatimidandasya Jnananandashalakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena. Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Name Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravan Pracharya Nirvishesha Shunyamudi Paschat Deshatarani Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhaktivedanta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Karati Vacharam Pangam Langayate Giri Bhakrupadam Shri Guru Dinatari Paramananda Madhava Shri Chaitanya Mishwaram Om Apavitra Pavitruva Sarva Sangatupiva Yasmaret Pundari Kaksham Sabahya Abhyantaram Suchi Shri Vishnu Shri Vishnu Om Tad Vishnu Paramampadam Tada Pashyanti Surya Diviva Chakshuramatam Tad Viprasa Vipanyo Jagraham Samindate Vishnu Yat Paramampadam Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna dear devotees. Thank you for joining VRC Veda Reading Club. So I have given a one message there in the group. So far we have completed those chapters from Bhagavad Gita. Anyway, Bhagavad Gita we already done translation as well as purports long back. So we will continue with the Bhagavad Gita. The daily calendar is there. We'll continue actually. We're supposed to do that also. As part of every day, one sloka, two sloka based on the daily calendar. We can do that. Today, 1st of October, I will decide. So anyway, what we have done so far in the readings, SB Canto, Srimad Bhagavatam Canto 3, Chapter 19, the killing of the demon Hiranyaksha. The day, as a glorification of the Supreme Lord Varahadev, we have chosen, the song is very meaningful song only. Very hit movie, super hit movie, Kantara. So that song also, Varaha Rupam. So that song glorifying Varahadev. I still remember that one. And then CC Madhya, yesterday we have completed Subodhini of Gauranga Darshan Prabhu, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu visit to Sri Vrindavan. And Leelamrita, Volume 1, Chapter 24, New Jagannath Puri. So that New Jagannath Puri is about San Francisco. First, outside of New York City, Srila Prabhupada traveled from the coast to coast, east coast to west coast. So west coast, he spent some time, guided his disciples, and and named that part of location New Jagannath Puri, and he has instructed next year I will come if you build Rath Yatra cart. So we are reading today Srimad Bhagavatam Canto 3, Chapter 20. Okay. Before that, I will recite these slokas from the daily calendar. Bhagavad Gita daily calendar. You all see in the Gachibul Satsang, our devotee, Raghunandan Prabhu is going to share. So you can refer it later. I am reciting. So this is from Bhagavad Gita, 13th chapter, 21st verse and 22nd verse. 13th chapter, 21 and 22. Karyakarana kartrutve hetu prakrite ruchate purusha sukta dukkhanam purusha sukha dukkhanam bhoktutve hetu ruchate purusha prakrutisto hi bhunte prakriti jan gunan karanam guna sangosya sadasad yoni janmasu. Very, very important verses. Karya karana kartrutve. Nature is said to be the cause of all material causes and effects. Hetu prakrutire uchyate. Whereas a living entity is the cause of the various sufferings and enjoyments in this world. Purusha sukha dukkhanam bhoktutve heturuchyate. And Purusha prakrutisto hi bhumte prakriti jangunam karanam guna sangasya sadasad yoni janmas. The living entity in the material nature thus follows the ways of life, enjoying the three modes of nature. This is due to his association with that material nature. Thus, he meets with good and evil among various species. So So material world means three modes of material nature: mode of goodness, mode of passion, mode of ignorance. When we talk about material nature means it is bound to be situated in the three modes of material nature. So nature is said to be the cause of all material causes and effects, whereas a living entity is the cause of the various sufferings and enjoyments. So two things, huh? Living entity and nature. Talks about living entity and nature. So living entity is the cause of the various sufferings and enjoyments. How we get the sufferings and enjoyments? The next verse is the addressing on that answer. What is that? So associating with the three modes of material nature. And material nature is the cause of material causes. Cause and effect, right? So that is a scientific understanding of the way it is. Cause and effect. And that is the principle of this material nature. So we'll start with the Srimad Bhagavatam. Before that, let me open this file, 3.20, conversation between Maitreya and Rudra again. So I'm just sharing here. So before that, let us recite some Bhagavatam prayers. So, just a second. నారాయణం నమస్కృత్యం నరం చైవ నరోత్తమం దేవీం సరస్వతిం వ్యాసం తతో జయముదీరయ అష్టప్రాయేషు భద్రేషు నిత్యం భాగవత సేవయ భగవతే ఉత్తమ శ్లోకి భక్తిర్భవతి నైష్టికి కృష్ణాయ వాసుదేవాయ దేవకి నందనాయ చ నందగోపకుమారాయ గోవిందాయ నమో నమః నమః పంకజనాభాయ నమః పంకజమాలిని నమః పంకజనేత్రాయ నమస్తే పంకజాయ. So we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, the status quo, chapter 20, conversation between Maitreya and Vidura. There are 53 verses. 53 verses. So those sections 1 to 8 talks about Shaunaka Rishi's questions. 9 to 11 talks about Vidura asked Brahma's creation. We will read the two sections there. We'll see how far we can read. Shaunaka Rishi's questions, those first 8 verses. And from 9th to 11 verses, Vidura asked Brahma's creation. So we'll directly go to Vedabase, reading, translations, as well as purpose. Any important verses we can recite.
ప్రభు మిగతా 5 అయిపోయినాయా? 3.14 దగ్గర ఎక్కడ ఆగినట్టున్నాం మనం?
కరెక్టే బాబు. అది హిరణ్య ఫైటింగ్ అదంతా అయిపోయింది కదా. దిస్ 20th చాప్టర్.
చతుష్కుమార ఆ తర్వాత అవన్నీ అయిపోయినాయి మొత్తం. వాళ్ళు ఎట్లా వచ్చారు ఏంటని.
యా, మనము హిరణ్యాక్ష మీకు చూపిస్తాను. లాస్ట్ టైము చదివిన కిల్లింగ్ ఆఫ్ ద హిరణ్యాక్ష, దాని తర్వాత మనము ఆ మూవీ సాంగ్ పాడినము, గుర్తుందా మీకు? అంతార మూవీ సాంగ్, వరాహ రూపం.
ఓకే ఓకే, సరే సరే.
డన్ ప్రభు, ఓకేనా?
ఓకే ఓకే
ఓకే, విల్ గో టు Vedabase. SB 3.20. Conversation between Maitreya and Vidura. మీరు ఇక్కడ ఒకసారి చూడండి ప్రభు, ఒక నిమిషం డౌట్ వచ్చిందేమో. సో లెట్ మీ షేర్ హియర్ డైరెక్ట్ చాప్టర్ టైటిల్స్. చూడండి ప్రభు, మనము ఇదంతా అయిపోయింది కదా. Pregnancy of Diti in the evening. Description of the kingdom of God. Two doorkeepers by Kunta Jaya Vijaya, cursed by the sages. Victory of Hiranyaksha all over the directions of the universe. The battle between Lord Gore and the demon Hiranyaksha. The killing of the demon Hiranyaksha. గుర్తున్నాయా ప్రభు? బాగా రోజుల తర్వాత వచ్చినాం కదా కొంచెం భాగవతము లాంగ్ ఉంటాయి. సిసి మధ్య 18 chapter.
Yes, we finished that one. We supposed to read 20th one.
యా ఇవన్నీ చదివినాం ప్రభు. అంటే మనము సీక్వెన్స్ చదువుతున్నాం కాబట్టి కొంచెం సిసి మధ్య సమ్ టైమ్స్ టేకింగ్ లాట్ ఆఫ్ టైమ్ బికాస్ ఆఫ్ ద 200+ verses, right?
Okay, Prabhu.
We'll continue chapter 20. Okay. Next one. Okay. Madhavi Mataji, Hare Krishna. Sandhya Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Are you able to read, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji. Translation, purport by Srila Prabhupada Vijay. Translation, Sri Saunaka inquired, O Sutta Goswami, after the earth was again situated in its orbit, what did Swayambhuva Manu do to show the path of liberation to persons who are to take birth later on? Purport. The appearance of the Lord as the first both incarnation occurred during the time of Swayambhuva Manu, whereas the present age is in the period of Vaivashvata Manu. Each Manu's period lasts 72 times the cycle of 4 ages, and one cycle of age is equal to 432 million solar years. Thus, 432 million into 74 solar years is the reign of one Manu. In each Manu's period, there are many changes in many ways, and there are 14 Manus within one day of Brahma. It is understood here that Manu creates scriptural regulations for the salvation of the conditioned souls who come to the material world for material enjoyment. The Lord is so kind that any soul who wants to enjoy in this material world is given full facility for enjoyment, and at the same time he is shown the path of salvation. Saunaka Rishi therefore inquired from Sutta Goswami, what did Swayambhuva Manu do after the reinstatement of the earth in its orbital situation?
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you.
Madhavi Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
No, please read.
Yeah, translation. Shaunaka Rishi inquired about Vidura, who was a great devotee and friend of Lord Krishna, and who gave up the company of his elder brother because the latter, along with his sons, played tricks against the desires of the Lord. Should I continue purport also, Prabhu?
Yes, continue.
The incident referred to here is that Vidura left the protection of his elder brother Dhritarashtra when traveling everywhere to sacred places and met Maitreya at Haridwar. Shaunaka Rishi here inquires about the topics of the conversation between Maitreya Rishi and Vidura. Vidura's qualification was that he wasn't only a friend of the Lord but also a great devotee. When Krishna tried to stop the war and mitigate the misunderstanding between the cousin brothers, they refused to accept his counsel. Therefore, Kshatta or Vidura was unsatisfied with them and he left the palace. As a devotee, Vidura showed by example that anywhere that Krishna is not honored is a place unfit for human habitation. A devotee may be tolerant regarding his own interest, but he shouldn't be tolerant when there is misbehavior toward the Lord or the Lord's devotee. Here the word Agavan is very significant, for it indicates that the Kauravas, Dhritarashtra's sons, lost the war because of being sinful in disobeying the instructions of Krishna.
Smada, thank you.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, yeah. Haridwar. Very nice. So, the incident referred to here that Vidura left the protection of his elder brother. Dhritarashtra went traveling everywhere to sacred places, met Maitreya at Haridwar. Which part of this? Haridwar? Northern part, but Himalayas దగ్గరనా?
రిషికేష్ దగ్గర ప్రభు.
రిషికేష్ దగ్గరనా?
హరిద్వార్ తర్వాత రిషికేష్.
అచ్చా.
Uttarakhand, Prabhuji, Uttarakhand.
Yeah, it's in Uttarakhand, but
okay. Thank you. Go ahead, Lavanya.
Hare Krishna. Text 3, translation and purport by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. Vidura was born from the body of Vedavyasa and not less than he. Thus he accepted the lotus feet of Lord Krishna wholeheartedly and was attracted to his devotees. Purport. The history of Vidura is that he was born of a Shudra mother, but his seminal father was Vyasadeva. Thus he was not less than Vyasadeva in any respect. Since he was born of a great father who was supposed to be an incarnation of Narayana and who composed all the Vedic literatures, Vidura was also a great personality. He accepted Krishna as his worshipable Lord and followed his instructions wholeheartedly.
Thank you. Yeah. Vani Mataji, text 4, please continue.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat Pranam, yeah.
Vidura was purified of all the passion by wandering in sacred places, and at last he reached Haridwar, where he met the great sage who knew the science of spiritual life, and he inquired from him. Shaunika Rishi therefore asked, what more did Vidura inquire from Maitreya? Purport. Here the words Virajas Sthita Sevaya refer to Vidura, who was completely cleansed of all contamination by traveling to places of pilgrimage. In India, there are hundreds of sacred places of pilgrimage, of which Prayaga, Haridwar, Vrindavana, and Rameshwaram are considered principal. After leaving his home, which was full of politics and diplomacy, Vidura wanted to purify himself by traveling to all the sacred places, which are situated that anyone who goes there automatically becomes purified. This is especially true in Vrindavana. Any person may go there, and even if he is sinful, he will at once contact an atmosphere of spiritual life and will automatically chant the names of Krishna and Radha. That we have actually seen and experienced. It is recommended in the Shastras that after retiring from active life and accepting the Vanaprastha, a retired order, one should travel everywhere to places of pilgrimage in order to purify himself. Vidura completely discharged this duty, and at last he reached Kushavarta or Haridwar, where the sage Maitreya was sitting. Prabhuji, can you scroll up a bit?
I will ask other details.
Okay, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Thank you, Mother. So it is very nice, madam. Vidura traveled to various holy places, completely cleansed of all contamination. Virajas Tirtha Sevaya. When any time in the purport, if you see is italics, it's called italics. Some significance is there. Italics. Very good. Okay, Prabhuji, Raja Prabhu. Yeah, read this paragraph.
Another significant point is that one must go to the sacred places not only to take bath, but to search out great sages like Maitreya and take instructions from them. If one does not do so, his traveling to places of pilgrimage is simply waste of time. Narottama Dasa Thakura, a great acharya of the Vaishnava sector, has for the present forbidden us to go to reach such places of pilgrimage because in the age, the times having a change, a sincere person may have a different impression on seeing the behavior of present residents of pilgrimage sites. He has recommended that instead of taking the trouble to travel to such places, one should concentrate his mind on Govinda. And that will help him, of course, to concentrate one's mind on Govinda in any place is a path meant for a path meant for those who are the most spiritually advanced. It is not ordinary persons. Ordinary persons may still derive benefit from travel into holy places like Prayaga, Mathura, Vrindavanam, and Haridwar.
Very
Can I continue, please?
Continue.
Yeah, it is recommended in this verse that one find a person who knows the science of God or Tattvavit. Tattvavit means one who knows the absolute truth. There are many pseudo transcendentalists even at place of pilgrimage. Such men are always present, and one has to be intelligent enough to find actual person to be consulted. Then once attempt to progress by traveling to different holy places will be successful, one has to be freed from all contaminations, and at the same time he has to find person who knows the science of Krishna. Krishna helps a sincere person, as stated in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Guru Krishna Prasade. By the mercy of spiritual master and Krishna, one attains the path of salvation, devotional service. If one sincerely searches for spiritual salvation, then Krishna, being situated in the everyone's heart, gives him the intelligence to find the suitable spiritual master. By the grace of spiritual master like Maitreya, one gets the proper instruction and advance in spiritual life, in his spiritual life. Thank you.
So by the mercy of spiritual master and Krishna only. Guru Krishna Prasadai. Next Japan, fill in the blanks, Raju Prabhu. Next time, Guru Krishna Prasadai.
Guru Krishna Prasad.
Bhaktilata Bija. Guru Krishna Prasadai, Bhaktilata Bija. Bhaktilata Bija. Until unless we come in contact with a proper guru, we won't be able to understand this spiritual knowledge. Recently, a few days back, the Sunday, I was sitting with my daughter Vrunda. We are understanding about the definition of Krishna Tattva. The definition of Krishna consciousness. What exactly Krishna consciousness is all about. What exactly Krishna consciousness. Nice verse, huh? This is also Madhya Leela of Chaitanya Charitamrita, 25th chapter. Krishna Tattva, Bhakti Tattva, Prema Tattva Sara, Bhava Tattva, Rasa Tattva, Leela Tattva Ara. Any Tattva? Tattva means truth, okay? Krishna Tattva, what is Krishna Tattva? Truths of Krishna, absolute truth of Krishna. What is that here? Tattvavit. There is an embodied word, Tattvavit. One who knows the absolute truth. Absolute truth is nothing but there is no beyond Krishna. Full stop, that's it. Personality of Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, period. That is absolute truth. Personal realization, personal manifestation, personification, many words. Personal realization. So Krishna Tattva. Then what next? Exactly next? Bhakti Tattva. When we understand absolute truth, what we need to do? Bhakti Tattva. Bhakti Tattva means devotional service, loving between lover and beloved. Krishna is our eternal father, and we are eternal sons and daughters of Krishna. Loving exchanges, devotional service, Bhakti Tattva. And what exactly, while doing Bhakti, what we get? Prema Tattva, love of God. Ultimate go, Prema Pumarto Mahan, right? Prema Tattva. And then Krishna Tattva, Bhakti Tattva, Prema Tattva, Sara. And then Bhava Tattva. By doing so, what we get? What while performing Bhakti, we get Prema. With the Prema, first understanding absolute truth, that is Krishna Tattva. Then business transaction between us and Krishna, that is Bhakti Tattva, Bhagavan, Bhakta and Bhakti. And then it's loving exchanges, Prema Tattva. And very important, those two next two. Bhava Tattva, Rasa Tattva and Leela Tattva Ara. What is Bhava Tattva? Bhava Tattva is about emotional ecstasy. Various feelings, right? Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we have gone through, CC Madhya. number of times, is a loving exchange, completely in ecstasy, completely blissful. In materialistic way, the feelings, looking like, a mad person, sometimes crying, sometimes laughing, sometimes rolling on the ground. So that is complete absorption, complete experiencing the Krishna. That's where, those Ashtasatvika Vihara, the emotional ecstasy, Bhava Tattva. Then Rasa Tattva. What is Rasa Tattva? Transcendental mellows, rasas. We have 5 primary rasas. We can establish our connection with Krishna, right? What are the 5 primary rasas? Primary rasas we have Shanta Rasa, Dasya Rasa, Sakya Rasa, Vatsalya Rasa, and then Madhurya Rasa. Shanta Rasa, neutral platform. Sheshnag is there, for example, Lord's body, Lord's bed, peacock feather, many things which connects to Krishna. That is Shanta Bhava. The Asya Bhava, servitorship. I am eternal servant of Krishna. Sakya Bhava. My eternal friend is Krishna. Krishna is our eternal friend. That is a rasa, that is a feeling, that is a connection with Krishna. Sakya Bhava. Then Vatsalya Bhava. Krishna is my son. Right? Like that. And then ultimately, Krishna is my lover. He is my lover. So those are the 5 rasa tattva. Okay. And then ultimately, how can we get this? How can we get this? Unless we have meditation. Leela tattva ara. Krishna tattva, bhakti tattva, me prema tattva sara. Bhava tattva, rasa tattva, leela tattva ara. Actually, there is one book from Gauranga Darshan Prabhu, Bhagavata Tattvamala. So based on that, these 6 tattvas, he compiled a wonderful book, a small book, Bhagavata Tattvamala. Book name is Bhagavata Tattvamala. He has compiled various verses which address to these various tattvas. Very nice book. So here, why I told here, because when I say this tattva with one who knows the absolute truth. Tattva means, the 6 tattvas. So Krishna consciousness is all about understanding Krishna tattva, bhakti tattva, prema tattva, bhava tattva, rasa tattva, lila tattva. Whoever depth to the teachings, Krishna himself is saying in the form of Lord Sri Chaitanya. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai. The Chaitanya Charitamrita, here also Prabhupada remembering that. The Guru Krishna Prasade, by the mercy of spiritual master and Krishna, one attains the path of salvation, nothing but devotion service. And through doing devotion service, we can understand everything, all those 6 tattvas. Haribo. Yeah, thank you. So text to 5. Lalit Mohan Prabhu, please continue. Hare Krishna Prabhu, there? Lalit Mohan Prabhu? Chesara, Utara?
Translation. Shaunaka inquired about the conversations between Vidura and Maitreya. There must have been many narrations of the spotless pastimes of the Lord. The hearing of such narrations is exactly like bathing in the water of the Ganges, for it can free one from all sinful reactions. Now, Shaunaka inquired. So, from 3rd to 1st again.
Yes, Babu?
Yeah, this is the conversation has been transformed to the first loop. Yeah, from 3rd loop to 1st loop again.
Yeah.
Purport by His Divine Grace Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The water of the Ganges is purified because it pours forth from the lotus feet of the Lord. Similarly, Bhagavad Gita is as good as the water of Ganges because it is spoken from the mouth of the Supreme Lord. So, it is with any topic on the pastimes of the Lord or the characteristics of his transcendental activities. So it is with. The Lord is absolute. There is no difference between his words, his perspiration, or his pastimes. The water of the Ganges, the narration of his pastimes, and the words spoken by him are all on the absolute platform. And thus, taking shelter of any one of them is equally good. Srila Rupa Goswami has enunciated that anything in relationship with Krishna is on the transcendental platform. If we can dovetail all our activities in relationship with Krishna, then we do not stand on the material platform, but always on the spiritual platform. Prabhu, thank you so much, Prabhu.
Very good. Thank you. So, are you able to remember one verse, Prabhu? Srila Rupa Goswami, while reading this? Lalitwan Prabhu? From Nectar Devotion.
ఎన్నోడినా ఏంటది ప్రభు మర్చిపోయాను ప్రభు
Nirbande.
Huh?
Nirbande Krishna Sambandhe. Uttam Vaira.
మర్చిపోయాను.
If we can dovetail all our activities in relation to Krishna, then we do not stand on the material platform, but always on the spiritual platform. Very good. Nice. Thank you, Prabhu. Text 6. Let me see whoever not.
గీతా మహత్యంలో మలినే మోచనం గంగా
Correct. Yes. Yeah. Sirisha Mataji, 2 Rajus there.
Yeah, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, Maline Mochanam Krishna. Yes, that is there. Yeah. Since 1 second, Mataji, Ganges, the water of Ganges is purified because it pours forth from the lotus feet of the Lord. So there is one verse, Gita Mahatyam verse, that's where Lavanya is pointing out. That's right. Just like actually that is a description. Just like when we take Ganges water, all of our sinful reactions go away. Like that, when we read just these scriptures, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, and ultimately understanding about Srila Prabhupada's life, all of our contaminations will go away. The sinful reactions. We are bathing in the scriptures, right? In our reading club, we are bathing in the scriptures. That means definitely we are passing our time in Krishna consciousness. That means our sinful reactions go away. That is the understanding. Very good. Yes, you continue, Mata. Next verse, text 6.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Translation. O Sutta Goswami, all good fortune to you. Please narrate the activities of the Lord, which are all magnanimous and worth glorifying. What sort of devotees can be satisfied by hearing the nectarian pastimes of the Lord? Perfect.
Satiated.
Okay. Satiated. Perfect. The narration of the pastimes of the Lord, which are always enacted on the transcendental platform, should be received with all respect by devotees. Those who are actually on the transcendental platform are never satiated by hearing the continuous narration of the pastimes of the Lord. For example, if any self-realized soul reads from Bhagavad Gita, he will never feel satiated. The narrations of Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam may be read thousands and thousands of times and still without fail now accepts of the subject's matter will be released by the devotee.
Super statement by Prabhupada. Yes, Mataji. So repeated hearings, repeated readings. Is it? Because this is scripture. Why any devotees? You tell Mataji. Why new aspect, Prabhupada, new aspects of the subject matter will be relished by the devotee. Why? Because these scriptures are like that. Especially Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam. Why? Prabhupada pointed out Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. Why? Why these two literatures always fresh? Chepandi everena any devotee? Why?
Because Krishna is Navayavanam cha and ever fresh, so all the transcendental topics related to him are ever fresh and we can relish daily.
Okay. Inka some more answers. Of course, yeah. Krishna is
ఎన్నిసార్లు విన్నా తనివి తీరదు అనమాట అట్లా.
Yeah. Krishna is Navayavanam cha అనే పాయింట్ తీసుకొచ్చారు. వెరీ గుడ్. ఎన్నిసార్లు తిన్నా తనివి తీరదు, కరెక్టే. Because that consciousness and one particular point is there. Difference between material subject knowledge and spiritual subject knowledge. Difference ఏంటి చెప్పండి?
It's perishable. The material knowledge is perishable, but it is like eternal truth. Yeah.
So material knowledge is always changing. For example, I am into software industry. I am into software development. All the time, every time new enhancements, new versions. I was working 10, 15, exactly 13, 14 years back. Java is the language. I was working as a Java developer. Java 1.2 is the starting point. Now Java 20 right now. See, so much fixing issues, changing, right? Changing the code and adding so many libraries. All the time changing only. Java, not only Java, any software technology if we take, always changing, evolving. Because this is a material subject knowledge. Not only Java, take up any material subject knowledge. It is always changing and it is temporary only. And since it's a material knowledge. Whereas scriptural knowledge, this knowledge is given to Vivaswan, the Surya Bhagavan name. Surya Narayana and Krishna also. So this knowledge is given to Surya long back, many millions years ago. That means this knowledge is always there. Eternal knowledge. When we touch base with eternal knowledge, we won't be able to get this kind of, satiation. Whereas material subject matter, బోర్ వస్తుంది. ఇంకా ఏం చేస్తాం, ఇంక ఇంట్లోనే ఉంది కదా, ఏముంది, ఆ బోర్డమ్ అనేది ఇలా రాదనమాట. బికాస్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ఎటర్నల్ నాలెడ్జ్. బికాస్ దిస్ ఈజ్ నాట్ రిటర్న్ బై ఏ ముండేన్ పర్సన్. ఓకే, ఇప్పుడు జావా కానీ ఇంకా ఏదైనా ఎనీ సబ్జెక్ట్ మ్యాటర్ comes up with a mundane matter who is having 4 defects. Whereas spiritual knowledge, no defects, perfect personality. Krishna himself is in the form of Krishna Dvaipayana Vyasa. He composed all this Vedic literature. Is eternal, knowledge also eternal. The person is eternal, the knowledge is eternal. Whereas there, person is temporary, that knowledge is doomed at some point. It's not eternal, it's temporary. So that is the difference. That's where we get the fresh feelings. 1,000 times, many times, more times. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu repeatedly heard some specific pastimes of, from Bhagavatam, Prahlad Maharaj, Dhruva Maharaj. These pastimes repeatedly. And every time he gets so much, spiritual ecstasy. So that is the beauty of scripture devotees, We always have to be, we have to repeatedly read, understand. Every time new contemplation, new analyzing things, new thoughts. Krishna only purifies us. Prabhupada's words, the narrations of the Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam may be read thousands and thousands of times, and still, without fail, new aspects of the subject matter will be relished by the devotee. So that is the beauty of the scriptures. That's why we have to repeatedly read. ఒకసారి చదువుడు కాదు, భగవద్గీత ఒకసారి చదివినా మనము, again we have to read, again we have to continue our readings. Text 7. Anybody left? Let me see.
ప్రభుజీ ఇప్పుడే జాయిన్ అయ్యాను.
అచ్చా, చదవండి అయితే ప్రభు.
Translation. On being asked to speak by the great sages of Naimisaranya, the son of Romaharshana, Sutta Goswami, whose mind was absorbed in the transcendental pastimes of the Lord, said, "Please hear what I shall now speak."
Next chapter. This one also read.
Yeah. Sutta Goswami continued, Vidura, the descendant of Bharata, was delighted to hear the story of the Lord, who, having assumed by his own divine potency the form of a boar, had enacted the sport of lifting the earth from the bottom of the ocean and indifferently killing the demon Hiranyaksha. Vidura then spoke to the sages as follows. Purport. It is stated here that the Lord assumed the form of a boar by his own potency. His form is not actually the form of a conditioned soul. A conditioned soul is forced to accept a particular type of body by the higher authority of material laws. But here it is clearly said that the Lord was not forced to accept the form of a boar by the external power. In Bhagavad Gita, the same fact is confirmed. When the Lord descends to this earth, he assumes a form by his own internal potency. The form of the Lord, therefore, can never consist of material energy. The Mayavada version that when Brahman assumes a form, the form is accepted from Maya is not acceptable, because although Maya is superior to conditioned soul, she is not superior to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. She is under the control of the Supreme Godhead, as confirmed in Bhagavad Gita. Maya is under superintendence. Maya cannot overcome the Lord. The Mayavada idea that living entity is absolute truth but has become covered by Maya is invalid, because Maya cannot be so great that it can cover the Supreme. The covering capacity can be employed on the part and parcel of a Brahman, not the Supreme Brahman. Hare Krishna.
Anybody remember that was? Except Lavanya. Anybody try this one? Nicely given. The Mayavada version that when Brahman assumes a form of the form is accepted from Maya is not acceptable, because although Maya is superior to the conditioned soul, she is not superior to the Supreme Personality of God. She is under the control of the Supreme Godhead, as confirmed in Bhagavad Gita. Where Prabhupada write me like this? Where in Bhagavad Gita confirmed? Look, a verse undi. Maya is under his superintendence. Maya cannot overcome the Lord. అందరు ఆయన కిందనే, okay? అందరు Supreme Lord కిందనే. The Mayavada idea that the living entity is the supreme absolute truth but has become covered by Maya is invalid, because Maya cannot be so great that it can cover the Supreme. The covering capacity can be employed on the part and parcel of Brahman, not on the Supreme Brahman. So ఇది చెప్పండి ఇక్కడ devotees. One verse is there from Bhagavad Gita. మయాధ్యక్షేణ ప్రకృతే సూయతే సచరాచరం హేతునానేన కౌంతేయ జగద్విపరివర్తే. మయాధ్యక్షేణ ప్రకృతే. I am the president of material nature. Mayadhyakshena prakriti. That means the superior to the conditioned soul. She is not. So prakriti means is a feminine form. Okay, she is not superior to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. She is under the control of the Supreme Mayadhyakshena. So that material nature is reporting to Supreme Lord, Durga Shakti, Durga Devi, right? Durga Mata, Durga Devi. So she is under the control of the Supreme Godhead. Mayadhyakshena prakrute suyate sacharacharam. So in the material world also we treat as sometimes, not sometimes, all the time, The Yoga Maya is a spiritual world. Mahamaya is a material world, right? Is that correct, right? Yoga Maya and Mahamaya. Maya, illusory energy of the Supreme Lord, material nature. Why it is illusory energy? Because sometimes we are here, sometimes we are not here. 4 problems of life. Janma Mrityu Jara Bhadi. Yeah. So this section, and I think with this verse, let me see. From the 8th until 8th verse, Shaunaka Rishi's questions. Let me share here, and we can stop also. Then we can slowly continue with another section tomorrow. So these are first 8 verses talks about Shaunaka Rishi's questions. And 9th verse onwards, Vidura asked Brahma's creation. There was a wonderful discussion between both of them. So see, 1 to 6, Shaunaka Rishi's questions. After situating earth, what did Manu do? That is the first verse. 2 to 4 verses, what did Vidura inquire from Maitreya? 5th one, they must be having Harikatha. 6th one, please narrate. And 7 to 11, Vidura's inquiries. 1 second. This is the thing. Okay. So now, let me see here one thing. 9th verse onwards, we'll continue tomorrow. Okay, devotees. So today we'll recite both NOD also for these Bhakti Shastri devotees, and then our RudraGita recitation, complete recitation. So we gave a date set in the Haribol, Sandhya Mataji and Madhavi Mataji. మీకు డేట్ ఏమైనా సెట్ అయిందా? మాతాజీ లేదా? హరిబోల్. మాధవి మాతాజీ, హరే కృష్ణ.
ప్రభుజీ
మీకు డేట్ సెట్ అయిందా? మన
నెక్స్ట్ మండే ఇచ్చారు ప్రభు.
ఓకే ఓకే. అయితే ఆ 4th శ్లోక నాతో పాటు రిసైడ్ చేయండి, అయిపోతుంది. రేపటి నుండి మేము 4 శ్లోకాలు చేస్తాం. ఓకే,
షూర్ ప్రభు, థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్.
మీ గ్రూప్ లో పెట్టారా మెసేజ్?
గ్రూప్ లో పెట్టిన ప్రభు.
ఓకేలేండి, లెట్ దెమ్ ప్రాక్టీస్ దేర్ ఓన్. ఓకే ఓకే. సో లెట్ మీ ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ ఇది పెడతాను గ్రూప్ లో, 9th వరకు నుంచి చదవాలని.
ఓకే.
వేద రీడింగ్ క్లబ్ will continue from this verse. From this verse. ఫస్ట్ 3 అయిపోయినాయి కదా. సో నెక్స్ట్ అనాసక్తస్య విషయాన్ని. ఓకే, దిస్ వన్ యూ టు ప్రాక్టీస్ అండ్ దెన్ లేటర్ ఆల్ ద 4 శ్లోకాస్ ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయండి నెక్స్ట్ కపుల్ ఆఫ్ డేస్. ఓకే, ఒకసారి చేయండి నాతో పాటు మొత్తం. ఓకే, మొత్తం 4 lines చేస్తా ఒకసారి, మంచిగా వినండి. దెన్ యూ ఆల్సో డూ 2 times and recite everything, translation as well as word by word you can read. Okay, first word by word you do.
Okay. Yeah. Anasaktasya, of one who is without attachment, Vishayan, to material sense objects, Yata Ardham, according to suitability, Upayunjataha, Upayunjata. Adi Taha kada Prabhu?
Upayunjataha.
Engaging. Nirbandho, without bondage. Krishna Sambandhe, in relationship with Krishna, Yuktam, proper. Vairagyam, renunciation. Uchate is called. Translation, when one is not attached to anything but at the same time accepts anything in relation to Krishna, is one is rightly situated above possessiveness.
Very good. Yes, Mataji. Anasaktasya vishayan yatarham upayunjataha nirbandha Krishna sambandhe yuktam vairagyam uchyate.
Anasaktasya vishayan yadartham upayunjataha nirbandha Krishna sambandhe yuktam vairagyam uchyate.
Yatarham, okay, Mataji. Yatartham kaadu. Yatarham.
Yatarham, okay.
Yatarham.
No T, okay. Yatarham.
2 more times I will do and you also do. Anasaktasya vishayan yatarham upayunjataha nirbandha Krishna sambandhe yuktam vairagyam uchyate.
Anasaktasya vishayan yatarham upayunjataha nirbandha Krishna sambandhe yuktam vairagyam uchyate.
Anasaktasya vishayan yatarham upayunjataha nirbandha Krishna sambandhe yuktam vairagyam uchyate.
Anasaktasya vishayan yatarham upayunjataha nirbandha Krishna sambandhe yuktam vairagyam uchyate.
Yes, Mataji. Any devotees, one time, one Mataji, one Prabhuji, please recite and translation also. Then we'll go to RudraGita, okay?
In chair, Prabhuji.
Chain.
Anasaktasya vishayan yatarham upayunjataha nirbandha Krishna sambandhe yuktam vairagyam uchyate. When one is not attached to anything but at the same time accepts anything in relation to Krishna, one is rightly situated above the possessiveness. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay, Mataji, anybody?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. अनासक्तस्य विषयान् यथार्थम् उपयुञ्जितः निर्बन्ध कृष्ण सम्बन्धे युक्तं वैराग्यमुच्यते. Translation: when one is not attached to anything but at the same time accepts anything in relation to Krishna, one is rightly situated above possessiveness. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you, Prabhuji. Mataji, రేపు నుంచి మీరు 4 చేయండి, ఓకే? ఒకసారి చేస్తారు రేపు నుంచి. హరిబో. Now RudraGita, Haribo. Version 2 slides. So, Haribo.
Yes, Prabhuji. నేను చేయొచ్చా Prabhuji?
అడుగుదాం. Yeah, చేయండి మీరు. కొన్ని ఒక్క నిమిషం. Let me ask somebody. Anybody likes to recite first? Hare Krishna, devotees. So this RudraGitam complete 38 39 verses. Yesterday myself and Lalit Mohan Prabhu recited 7 minutes for Prabhuji. For me 8 minutes, 8.5 minutes it took. So anybody ready? Matajis to recite complete RudraGitam? ప్రయత్నం చేయండి. 4 slides ఉన్నాయి. 1 2 3 4 and then this one. Okay, చేయండి. చేస్తారా? ఎనీ మాతాజీ ఇస్ రెడీ? ఇది చేయండి, ప్రతి ఒక్కరు చేయాలి. వై విల్ లర్న్ దీస్ మెనీ వీక్స్, సో మెనీ వీక్స్ ఇస్ స్పెంట్ ఆన్ హృదయగీతం. సో మెనీ వీక్స్ కాదు, మంత్సే. ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ మన శివరాత్రి తర్వాత నుంచి వి స్టార్టెడ్ దిస్ వన్. దట్ మీన్స్ క్లోజ్ టు 3 and 7 minutes కి 7 months అని అనుకున్నాం కదా. 7-8 minutes. So 7 months time spent on these verses. Slowly, every day, 15-20 minutes of this sloka recitation. Each verse. మళ్ళా మధ్యలో 6 verse కి బ్రేక్ తీసుకొని మళ్ళా రిసైడ్ చేసినాము. రైట్? ఎవరు చేస్తారు? హరిబోల్.
ఈ ఫస్ట్ స్లైడ్ చేస్తాను ప్రభుజీ నేను.
ఓ, ఫస్ట్ స్లైడ్ చేస్తే కుదరదు మాతది, మొత్తం చేయాలి. ఎందుకంటే ఇది కంప్లీట్ రిసైటేషన్ కదా. అందుకే ఒకరిద్దరు డివోటీలు 2 or 3 devotees కెన్ డూ ఎవ్రీ డే నెక్స్ట్ కపుల్ ఆఫ్ డేస్. ఎవరైతే జాయిన్ అవుతారో వాళ్ళందరూ చేయాలి ఖచ్చితంగా. ఎక్సెప్ట్ దట్ మురళీధర్ ప్రభు ఈజ్ హ్యావింగ్ సమ్ విజిబిలిటీ ఇష్యూ. బట్ ఎనీవే, చెప్పండి డివోటీస్, షో యువర్ ఎంతూజియాజం. ఐ థింక్
ట్రై చేస్తాను ప్రభుజీ.
దిస్ మాతా ఇస్ జాయిన్ 1 second. నెక్టర్ ఆఫ్ డివోషన్ మాతాజీ. సారీ మాతాజీ. హరే కృష్ణ.
హరే కృష్ణ ప్రభుజీ.
ఇప్పుడే మీ మాతాజీ చేశారు రిసైటేషన్, యూ డూ వన్స్. ఇదా ఒకసారి చేయండి మీరు. ఆల్రెడీ మాధవి మాతాజీ డిడ్. ఓకే. అనాసక్తస్య విషయాన్ యథార్హముపయుంజతః నిర్బంధ కృష్ణ సంబంధే యుక్తం వైరాగ్యముచ్యతే. చేయండి ఒకసారి అండ్ రీడ్ ద ట్రాన్స్లేషన్.
ఎస్ ప్రభుజీ. అనాసక్తస్య విషయాన్ యథార్థం ఉపయుంజతః నిర్బంధ కృష్ణ సంబంధే యుక్తం వైరాగ్యముచ్యతే. Translation: when one is not attached to anything but at the same time accepts anything in relation to Krishna, one is rightly situated above possessiveness.
Very good. So tomorrow, all of you, 2 of you, practice all the 4. Okay, I will share tomorrow. Okay, Prabhu, Saban Prabhu, thank you for joining. You can drop off. Yeah. Okay. So now let us go through with RudraGitam. Be ready, devotees. Be ready. Quickly show your enthusiasm. Recite all the 38 prayers. ఎవరు చేస్తున్నారు?
ప్రభుజీ నేను చేయనా?
చేయండి. అది స్టార్ట్. 2 tunes. ఇట్స్ నాట్ ఎ బిగ్, 2 రకాల ట్యూన్లే ఉంటాయి, అది తెలుసు కదా.
ఎస్ ప్రభుజీ, ఐల్ ట్రై. ఐ డోంట్ నో హౌ మచ్ ఐ రిమెంబర్, బట్ ఐల్ ట్రై. రుద్రగీత. శ్రీ రుద్ర ఉవాచ जितं तात्मविद्वर्य स्वस्तये स्वस्तिरस्तु मे भवतारार्धसारार्थं सर्वात्म आत्मने नमः. नमः पंकजनाभाय भूतस्मे सूक्ष्मेन्द्रियात्मने वासुदेवाय शान्ताय कूटस्थाय स्वरोचिषे शङ्कर्षणाय सूक्ष्माय दुरन्तान्तकाय च नमो विश्वप्रबोधाय प्रद्युम्नान्तरात्मने. नमो नमो निरुद्धाय ऋषिकेशेन्द्रियात्मने नमः परमहंसाय पूर्णाय निर्भीतात्मने स्वर्गापवर्गद्वाराय नित्यं शुचि सदे नमः. नमो हिरण्यवीराय चतुर्होत्राय तन्तवे नम ऊर्ज ईशत्रय पतये यज्ञरेतसे तृप्तिदाय च जीवानां नमः सर्वरसात्मने सर्वसत्त्वात्मदेहाय विशेषाय स्थवीयसे नमस्त्रैलोक्यपालाय सह ओजो बलाय च अर्थलिंगाय नभसे नमो अंतर्बहिरात्मने नमः पुण्याय लोकाय अमुष्मयी भूरिवर्चसे प्रवृत्ताय निर्वृत्ताय पितृदेवाय कर्मणे नमो धर्म विपाकाय मृत्यवे दुःखदाय च नमस्ते आशिषामीशा मानवे कारणात्मने नमो धर्माय बृहते कृष्णाय कुण्ठमेधसे पुरुषाय पुराणाय सांख्ययोगेश्वराय च शक्तित्रये समेताय मेधुषे हंकृतात्मने चेत आकूतिरूपाय नमो वाचो विभूतये दर्शनं नो दृदृक्षुणं देहि भगवतार्चितं रूपं प्रियतमं स्वानं सर्वेन्द्रियगुणाञ्जनं स्निग्धप्रवृत्तिघनश्यामं सर्वसौन्दर्यसङ्ग्रहं चार्वायितचतुर्बाहु सुजाता रुचिराननं पद्मकोशापलासाक्षं सुन्दरभ्रुः सुनासिकं सुद्विजं सुखपोलास्यं समकर्णविभूषणम् प्रीतिप्रहसितापाङ्गम् अलकैरूपशोभितं लसत्पङ्कजकिञ्जल्का दुकूलं मृष्टकुण्डलं स्फुरत्किरीटवलया हारानूपुलमेखलं शङ्खचक्रगदापद्मा मालामणि उत्तमाद्धिमात् सिंहस्कन्दत्विशोभिभ्रत् सौभाग्यग्रीवकौस्तुभं श्रियायनपायनाक्षिप्ता निकाशाश्मोरसोलसत् पूररेचिकसंविघ्ना वलिवल्गुदलोदरं प्रतिशङ्क्रमयद्विश्वं नाभ्यवर्तगभीरया श्यामश्रोणि अधीरोचिष्णु दुकूल सर्वमेखलं समचार्वङ्घ्रिजृङ्गारु जङ्घारु निम्नजानु सुदर्शनम् पदाशरत्पद्मपलारोचिषा नखाद्योभिरनन्तरगं विधुन्वता पदार्शया स्वयम् अपिस्तसाद्वसां पदं गुरो मार्गगुरुस्तमोजुषाम् एतद्रूपम् अनुध्येयम् आत्मशुद्धिम् अपि स्थितं यद्भक्तियोगो अभिदया सर्वधर्माम् अनुष्ठिष्टम् भवन् भक्तिमता लभ्यो दुर्लभ सर्वदेहिनां स्वराज्यस्यापि अभिमता एकान्तेनात्मविद्गतिः तं दुराराध्य आराध्य सतम् अपि दुरापया एकान्तभक्त्य को वाञ्छेत् पादमूलं विना बहिः यत्र निर्विष्टमरणं कृतान्तो नाभिमन्यते विश्वं विध्वंसयं वीर्या शौर्यविस्फूर्जितभ्रुवः क्षणार्धेनापि तुलये न स्वर्गं न पुनर्भवं भगवत्सङ्गिसङ्गश्च मृत्यानां किम् उताशिषः अथा न गाङ्ग्रेस्तव कीर्तितीर्थयो अन्तर्बहिस्नानविधूतपापमान् भूतेष्वनुक्रोश शुशुत्वशीलनं षत्सङ्गमो अनुग्रहत एष नस्तवा न यस्य चित्तं बहिरर्थविभ्रमं तमो गुहायां च विशुद्धा विशद् यद्भक्तियोगानुगृहीतम् अंजसा मुनिर्विचस्ते ननु तत्र ते गतिम् यत्र ते यत्र दें विजयते विश्वस्मिन् अवभाति यत् तत्त्वं ब्रह्म परं ज्योतिर् आकाशम् इव विस्तृतम् यो मायेदं पुरुरूपया सृजत् बिभर्ति भूया क्षपत्ति अविक्रिया यद्भेद बुद्धि सदिवात्मा दृष्टया त्वम् आत्मतन्त्रं भगवान् प्रतीमहि क्रियाकलापैर् एव योगिना श्रद्धान्विता साधु यजन्ति सिद्धये भूतेन्द्रियान्ता कारणोपलक्षितं वेदे च तन्त्रे च त एव कोविदा त्वम् एक आद्या पुरुषा सुप्तशक्तिस्तया रजा सत्त्वतमो विभिद्यते महान् अहं खं मरुद् अग्निवर्धरा सुरस्य भूता गण इदं यतः surasya bhuta gana idam yataha shrishtam swas Shrishtam swas sakyedam anupravastis chaturvidam puram atmam sakena atho vidustam purusham santamantar bhungte rishikeer madhusaragaham yaha स एष लोकान् अतिचन्दवेगो विकर्षसि त्वं खलौ यनः भूतानि भूतेरनुमेय तत्त्वो घनावलिर्वायु इवा विषयः प्रमत्तमुच्चर इति कीर्तचिन्तया प्रवर्धलोभं विषयेषु लालसाम् त्वम् अप्रमत्ता पद्यसे क्षुल्ललेहिनो अहिरिव कुम् अन्तका कस्त्वत्पदाब्जं विहजन्ति पण्डितो यस्ते वामन व्योमानकेतना विशङ्कयास्मद्गुरुरर्चति स्म यद् विनोपपत्तिं मनवश्चतुर्दश अथ त्वम् अर्सिनो ब्रह्मन् परमात्मन् विपश्चितं विश्वं रुद्रभयाद्वष्टम् आकुताश्चित् भया गतिः इदं जपता भद्रं वो विशुद्ध नृपनन्दनः स्वधर्मम् अनुतिष्ठन्तो भगवते अर्पिताशयः तवेवत्मानम् आत्मस्थितं सर्वभूतेषु अवस्थितं पूज्याद्याद्वं गृह्णन्तश्च ध्यायन्तश्चाशाकृत धनं మళ్ళీ చేస్తాను ప్రభుజీ ఇది తమేవత్మానం ఆత్మస్థితం సర్వభూతేష్వస్థితం పూజ్యస్యాద్వం గృణంతశ్చ ధ్యాయంతశ్చాక్షుధరిం
సూపర్
ప్రభుజీ ఫర్ ఆల్ ద మిస్టేక్స్
అక్కడ చిన్నగా ఉన్నా కూడా యూ డిడ్ సూపర్ మాతది వెరీ గుడ్
హరిబోల్ హరిబోల్
సో మచ్ ఇంప్రూవ్మెంట్
థ్యాంక్ యూ ప్రభుజీ
and so this devotees these are the prayers, right? When we recite each word nicely, definitely our focus also improves and our concentration levels also improves because we are putting our mind in the each word, right? This is another way, material benefit to get the concentration focus, that is the beauty of Sanskrit. So when we recite, right, we will see what exactly the word is, what is the linking word is. So that way. So Vani Mata, meeru chala improvement undi Matadi. I really appreciate the way you conduct yourself and learn these verses so nicely. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Lalitman Prabhu, Guru, tell Prabhu, your feedback.
Hey, it's very, very good, bro. It's not about, doing mistakes in between, but it's like doing it somehow.
Yes.
That's very important, actually.
Yes, Prabhuji. That's why I wanted to go first today because I didn't want to listen to anybody and do it. I wanted to just do it and see how I'm able to do it if a paper is handed out to me. అసలు చదవగలుగుతానా లేదా అని ఎందుకంటే ఇన్నిసార్లు రిజిస్ట్రేషన్స్ అందరు చేసేదని ఒక రిఫరెన్స్ పాయింట్ ఉండేది నాకు ట్యూన్ కి.
No, it's lot better than before 1 year before what you were.
Yeah. I'm sure. Yeah, all of you.
ఒక్కొక్కళ్ళ కర్మలు ఒకలా ఉంటాయి, ఒక్కొక్కళ్ళ ఎబిలిటీ ఒకలా ఉంటది. సో అది ఎప్పుడు కంపేర్ చేసుకోకూడదు. బట్ బిఫోర్ 1 year మీరేంటనేది ఇప్పుడు ఏంటనేది చాలా డిఫరెంట్ అనమాట. అంటే ఇట్స్ వెరీ వెరీ గుడ్ అది.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thanks for encouraging me.
Very good. And ప్రయోగం మాత్రం మా మీద చేస్తున్నందుకు చాలా థ్యాంక్స్.
వెరీ గుడ్ అటెంప్ట్.
Okay, very nice. Really appreciated him.
Thank you.
Last 1 year తడబడుతూ కొంచెం అది చేసిన మీకు ఒక కాన్ఫిడెన్స్ వచ్చింది. You can recite any sloka, no problem.
Yes, Prabhuji, confidence వచ్చింది. That's there.
నెక్స్ట్ ఎవరు చేస్తారు? ఇంకొకరు చేయండి, then we can wrap up another 8 minutes. చేయండి.
ప్రభుజీ నాకు 8 minutes పట్టిందా? 9 minutes ఎక్కువ పట్టి ఉంటుందేమో కదా?
8.5 అనుకుంటా. నేను పెట్టలేదు టైమర్.
ఓకే ఓకే, థ్యాంక్ యూ.
హరే కృష్ణ. యా, ఇంకెవరు చేస్తారు ఈరోజు? అనదర్ 8 minutes. హరే కృష్ణ డివోటీస్. ఐఎమ్ సీయింగ్ శిరీష మాతాజీ, మాధవి మాతాజీ, లావణ్య, సంధ్యా మాతాజీ. ఓకే, చేయండి. ఎవరు చేస్తారు చెప్పండి. శిరీష మాత, యు వాంట్ ట్రై?
ప్రభుజీ, బట్ కొన్ని శ్లోకాస్ మొత్తం కొత్త వింటున్నాను.
లలిత్ ప్రభు ఆల్సో దేర్. ఐ యామ్ ఆల్సో హియర్.
ఐ థింక్ ఇట్ విల్ టేక్ సో మచ్ టైం ప్రభుజీ. డైలీ ఒక స్లైడ్ చేయండి ప్రభుజీ.
అచ్చా, యు వాంట్ టు డు దట్ వే?
మీన్స్ టుమారో వన్ మోర్ స్లైడ్ ప్రభుజీ. లైక్ ఐ విల్ ప్రాక్టీస్ టుడే.
అచ్చా, ఓకే ఓకే. మాధవి మాతాజీ అన్మ్యూటెడ్. యు వాంట్ టు డు ఆల్సో?
ఎస్ ప్రభుజీ, 5 minutes లో చేస్తా ప్రభుజీ. నేను చేస్తాను, ఇంకొకళ్ళు చేశాక చేస్తాను.
ఈ మాతాజీ వన్ స్లైడ్ చేస్తా అంటే నెక్స్ట్ మీరు చేయండి. ఓకే
ఓకే ఓకే.
లావణ్య, బీ రెడీ ఫర్ టుమారో. ఓకే
Yes, yes. Whatever.
ఓకే. సో మాతాజీ, శిరీష మాతాజీ యు డు అండ్ దెన్
శ్రీ రుద్ర ఉవాచ జితం తాత్మ విద్వర్యా స్వస్తయే స్వస్తిరస్తు మే భవతారాధ సారాధం సర్వస్మ ఆత్మనే నమః. నమః పంకజనాభాయ భూత సూక్ష్మేంద్రియాత్మనే వాసుదేవాయ శాంతాయ కూటస్థాయ స్వరోషిసే సంకర్షణాయ సూక్ష్మాయ దురంతాయాంతకాయ చ నమో విశ్వప్రబోధాయ ప్రద్యుమ్నాయ సంకర్షణాయ సూక్ష్మాయ దురంతాయాంతకాయ చ నమో విశ్వప్రబోధాయ ప్రద్యుమ్నాయాంతరాత్మనే నమో నమో నిరుద్ధాయ ఋషికేశేంద్రియాత్మనే నమః పరమహంసాయ పూర్ణాయ నివృతాత్మనే స్వర్గాపవర్గ ద్వారాయ నిత్యం శుచి సదే నమః. నమో హిరణ్యవీర్యాయ చతుర్హోత్రాయ తంతవే నమ ఊర్జ ఇషేత్రయ్య పతయే యజ్ఞరేతసే తృప్తిదాయ చ జీవానాం నమః సర్వరసాత్మనే సర్వసత్వాత్మదేహాయ విశేషాయ స్తవీయసే నమస్త్రైలోక్యపాలాయ సహ ఓజో బలాయ చ అర్థలింగాయ నభసే నమో అంతర్బహిరాత్మనే నమః పుణ్యాయ లోకాయ అమూష్మై బ్రూహి వర్చసే ప్రవృత్తాయ నివృత్తాయ పితృదేవాయ కర్మణే నమో ధర్మ విపాకాయ మృత్యవే దుఃఖదాయ చ నమస్తాశిషం ఈశా మనవే కారణాత్మనే నమో ధర్మాయ బృహతే కృష్ణాయ కుంఠమేధసే పురుషాయ పురాణాయ సంఖ్యాయోగేశ్వరాయ చ శక్తిత్రయ సమేతాయ మీదుసే హంకృతాత్మనే చేత ఆకుతి రూపాయ నమో వచో విభూతయే.
యా, ఎస్ మాతాజీ.
థ్యాంక్ యూ ప్రభుజీ.
హరే కృష్ణ. యా, మాధవి మాత యు డు అండ్ వి కెన్ ర్యాప్ అప్.
ఓకే ప్రభు. శ్రీమద్ భాగవతం 4.24.3-43. శ్రీ రుద్ర ఉవాచ జీతం ఆత్మ విద్వర్య స్వస్తయే స్వస్తిరాస్తు మే భవతారాధం సర్వాస్మాత్మనే నమః. నమః పంకజనాభాయ భూత సూక్ష్మేంద్రియాత్మనే వాసుదేవాయ శాంతాయ కూటస్థాయ స్వరోచిషే సంకర్షణాయ సూక్ష్మాయ దురంతాయాంతకాయ చ నమో విశ్వప్రబోధాయ ప్రద్యుమ్నాయాంతరాత్మనే నమో నమో అనిరుద్ధాయ ఋషికేంద్రియాత్మనే నమః పరమహంసాయ పురాణాయ నివృతాత్మనే स्वर्गापवर्गद्वाराय नित्यं सूचिसादे नमः। नमो हिरण्यवीर्याय चतुर्होत्राय तन्तवे नम ऊर्जैसे त्रय्य पतये यज्ञरेतसे तृप्तिदया च जीवानां नमः सर्वरसात्मने सर्वसत्त्वात्मदेहाय विशेषायास्तवीयसे नमः त्रैलोकपालाय सहवोजो बलाय च अर्धलिंगाय नभसे नमो अंतर्बहिरात्मने नमः पुण्याय लोकाय अमुस्मै भूरि वर्चसे प्रवृत्ताय निवृत्ताय पितृदेवाय कर्मणे नमो अधर्म विपाकाय मृत्यवे दुःखदाय च नमस्त आशिषामीश मनवे कारणात्मने नमो धर्माय बृहते कृष्णाय कुन्तमेधसे पुरुषाय पुराणाय सांख्या योगेश्वराय च शक्तित्रय समेताय निधुसे अहंकृतात्मने चेताकूतिरूपाय नमो वाचो विभूतये.
You want to do one more? Oh, it's okay.
Yes, Prabhuji. Next slide also. ప్రభుజీ ఫస్ట్ ఇది కొంచెం కింది కన్నా అది కనిపించట్లేదు లైవ్ కిందది.
నేను ల్యాప్టాప్ లో స్కాన్ చేశాను అది కంప్లీట్ స్క్రీన్. మీ
ఓకే
ఫోన్ మూవ్ చేయండి మేబీ.
1 second. Yeah. శ్రీమద్ భాగవతం 4.24.44 to 53. దృశ్యనం ను దిదృక్షణం దేహి భాగవత అర్చితం రూపం ప్రియతామాం స్వనాం సర్వేంద్రియా గుణాంజనం స్నిగ్ధ ప్రవృత్ గణాశ్యామం సర్వ సౌందర్య సంగ్రహం చార్వాయత చతుర్బాహు సుజాత రుచిరాననం పద్మకోశ పలాసాక్షం సుందరాభ్రు సునాసికం సుద్విజం సుఖపోలాస్యం సమాకర్ణ విభూషణం ప్రీతి ప్రస్థితాపాంగం అలకైరూపశోభితం లసత్ పంకజన్ కింజల్క దుకూలం హృష్ట కుండలం స్ఫురత్ కిరీటవలయ హారనుపూరమేకలం శంఖచక్ర గదా పద్మ మాలామణి ఉత్తమాదిత్మా సింహస్కందాత్విసో బిభ్రత్ సౌభాగ గ్రీవ కౌస్తుభం శ్రీయానాపాయిన్యాక్షిప్త నికాశాశ్మూర సోలసత్ పూరరేచక సంవిజ్ఞ వలివల్గుదలోదరం ప్రతి సంక్రమాయాద్విశ్వం నభ్యవర్తాగభీరాయ శ్యామశ్రోణి అధిరోచిష్ణు దుకూల స్వర్ణమేకలం సమాచార్ వ్యంగ్రీ జంగోరు నిమ్న జాను సుదర్శనం పదాశరత్ పద్మ ఫలస రోచిష నకాద్యుభ్యుర్నో అంతరగం విదున్వత ప్రదర్శయ స్వీయం అపాస్త సాధ్వసం పాదం గురో మార్గ గురుస్తమోజుషం ఏతద్రూపం అనుధ్యేయం ఆత్మశుద్ధిం అభీప్సతం యద్భక్తి యోగోభ్యద స్వధర్మం అనుతిష్టతం
యద్భక్తో యోగో అభయద వెరీ నైస్. యూ కెన్ డూ టుమారో నెక్స్ట్.
థ్యాంక్ యూ ప్రభు. హరే కృష్ణ.
హరే కృష్ణ. థ్యాంక్ యూ డివోటీస్. వాంఛా కల్పతరుభ్యశ్చ కృపా సింధుభ్యశ్చ పతితానాం పావనేభ్యో వైష్ణవేభ్యో నమో నమః. అనంతకోటి వైష్ణవులకు జై. జగద్గురు శ్రీ ప్రభుపాద की जय. गौर हरि प्रेमानंदे. हरि हरि बोल. See you all tomorrow.